When you start, how do you know where you're going? Or maybe you don't.
When I start, I have an idea, or I have a feeling. And I start with the, obviously the raw canvas, and then I usually work off of the floor, and then back and forth, layer after layer. And as I start to see it and pull it together, it kind of, I move it away, and then I spend less time looking at it.
You know, with your pieces, these pieces anyway, unlike with most abstract, I keep on looking for clues.
Exactly.
I'm looking for almost figurational clues sometimes, as with that one. Almost an arm and hand in that one. All these look complete.
This one right here is the most recent painting, and whether or not it's complete, it's close. It's very close. They're not complete till they're completely stretched, like the one in the middle that you'll see when we take the walk down there.
And what about colour? Your colours are very restrained in the pieces in this room.
Yeah, because that's that was the parameters of this group. That it started just that it was going to be black and white, to keep things minimal. To take what I do and basically make it as minimal, or as cut back to the basics as it possibly can be, and still be doing the exploratory work that I try to do. These guys, these tapestries, these are a little more.
You call them tapestries?
Yeah, because.
Right. All art is on canvas, a lot of it's on canvas.
Well, because there's a freedom that they're not stretched for me. That's why I work this way, because I feel when you don't have a canvas stretch, you get a different sort of freedom when you're working. I only stretch on the back end because once I stretch it, it's done. The collages to me are about words and about more specific linear storytelling,
And who is this individual with a Basquiat crown here?
Oh, that's the midget from...
Oh, that's Peter Dinklage.
Exactly, yeah, Game of Thrones.
Should we move into the... I think I recognise that fella.
Which fella's that? Oh, well, yes, of course, yeah.
The one with the platinum do.
He's an inspiration.
I like this.
Oh, that's that's a mock-up of one of the early Kleins.
Well, when did you make this? This looks like it.
This is 2010. This is a combination painting collage. This is a poster board found upstate. And then I always wanted to do, old blue eyes, so I painted.
What year did you paint this one?
That's 2012. Yet another painted collage. I did all these Coke paintings because of Emery, and then they never bought the painting. They bought one from American Beauty. That was the big one.
Even the swirls have got a big Coca-Cola undulation to them.
I was dissecting it.
Was that Raymond Loewy? Who designed that?
The original?
Yeah. I might have been Raymond Loewy. Years and years ago I wrote a book called, stupid title, anyway it was about American, Coca-Cola, it was about Coca-Cola and Muzak and all the American corporations.
I just did this one, which is the iconic Coke, but freestyle.
So these are some of the older pieces.
Yeah.
Clearly you're the pay of the Coca-Cola company.
Well, I'm going to go have a show down there, and then I'm going to...
Well, they were one of the first corporations of any kind of serious cultural program.
Oh, I'll have to show you one of these, too. This is the one that I did with my teacher, Gregor Willage. That's the end of the flags, the America Under Surveillance. And a little nod to the, you see the Coke can in there, yeah?
Oh, yeah. I have a small collection of flattened Coke cans.
I collect Coke cans myself, and bottles. It's all about
Pepsi. Where did Pepsi go wrong? Oh, now this looks... It comes from... I wouldn't even know that was yours, actually.
That's the nod to the yogis. That's painted collage. Because this is painted on a collage.
Oh.
Is when I...
So that's the piece we didn't paint over.
Painted over completely, except for that light post right there. But that was the first representational painting I did, the Mona Lisa, but as an Eastern Mona Lisa.
Let me return to the corridor.
Yeah, yeah.
Tell me again how you got into the black and white.
I had a patron who loved Klein's black and white work and also loved the Japanese calligraphy, and asked me to make him a black and white painting that was informed by those kind of styles, but was also doing what I do.
Informed by those two extremely different styles.
Extremely different, but both black and white, both abstractions, but also in some way telling a story or saying something with strokes. And
Because I see Klein in straight lines, I don't see much of the guy for curves. And here we have a circular one.
yeah, that's the I did a whole series of black paintings. Those are called the Celestial Sky series. This is the last of that group.
I think that works beautifully.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm surprised that more people don't paint round paintings.
These collages, once you put this coating on them, that kind of that seals them up.
Now what is that coating?
It's an enamel. It's like when you mix epoxy. There's two sides. You put it together, and once it mixes, it bubbles like it's boiling, and then you've got about maybe 2 minutes before it starts to take.
Does every one of these images has meaning for you, or some are just for the image?
No, it all has meaning for me.
For instance, we have a Pablo Picasso there looking rather like an old English lady.
Where do you see him?
Isn't that Picasso?
Oh yes, 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 yes. I love Picasso.
Anyway, a lot of work. Can I look finally? There's a little...
Yeah,
I
these
love
are-
oblong painting.
Yeah.
The black and white.
Yeah.
How did you drip it? How do you do that?
I do both. I drip and I use objects.
Okie dokie.
Look, you fine. Thank you, Anthony Haden-Guest, for coming. Any parting words?
Yes. Goodbye.
Let me get that for you. I'll get it. Oh, you got it.